Hi friends, Jay Eichmann, Road Test Success. Exciting video from Northern California, filled with aggressive drivers. Our poor student does have a critical error. Honestly, I don't think it's her fault. I think this may be examiner error. Now there's a second error at the end of the video. Okay, probably on her, but you know what? After the shakeup from the first error, I don't blame her. Huge thank you for the student's willingness to share this video. If you're willing to share your drive test video, we will help pay for your dash camera, or we'll give you a free dash camera. Check the details below. Great things happening with the channel because of viewers like you. Thank you so much. If you're willing, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. We are helping students across the US with their anxiety associated with the test. So please consider liking and sharing. And finally, I'm excited to announce we have partnered with a #1 best-selling book on Amazon to help you in not only passing your driver's test, but in learning some of the things that they just don't tell you in the driving training. So check out the info card above. You can actually get the book for free with a digital subscription to Audible, or if you want to purchase the hard copy, you can get it for actually less than $10. It will be a fantastic resource for you. So here we go. We are in the right-hand turn lane. We've been instructed to turn right at this intersection. We've got a green light, but as we approach, it's going to turn yellow, then red. So here we are in that very scary situation of, can I turn right on a red light during my driver's test? And I see this question a lot in the comments. The short answer is yes, you can turn right on red during your drive test, provided the intersection does not have a sign indicating no turn on red. I guess then the question would be, should you turn right on red? So what do we have here? We have 3 lanes ahead of us here. 3 lanes that she can turn into. And on the opposite side of the street, we have a single left-hand turn lane. I'm going to kind of let this play out. You watch what happens.
Stop. Okay, go ahead and go.
And insult to injury, the driver who honked is going to go flying by at a high rate of speed. So there's the gentleman in the white service van who honked at us, and let's try to figure out actually what happened here. Alright, so here we go. Here's our intersection. We have our student sitting here, ready to turn right on red. She has 3 lanes that she can turn into. Across the intersection here, we have a single left turn lane. These folks over here in the single left turn lane, according to California driving law and the California Driver's Handbook, they can turn into any of these 3 lanes, provided the lane is safe and clear. So here we are back at the fail intersection. The white service van isn't even over there. He's not even in line. What happens is the white service van goes into the center straight lane. Watch him pull up. And then at the last second decides he wants to jump over into the left turn lane and swing wide on that left turn lane into the lane that our student is in.
Stop. Okay, go ahead and
beeping at her as if it's her fault. Now the examiner should have known this, and this should not have been a fault of the students. This should definitely not have been a critical fail. So then this comes back to, should you turn right on red? It is a difficult situation that really is dependent on the circumstances of that intersection. Could this student have waited? Absolutely. Probably would have been better to wait. She was about to get the green light. Should this student have noticed that that white van was making an illegal left turn? Okay, you know what? Fair enough. That is part of driving. You've always got to be defensive. Unfortunately, the trouble for the student is not over yet. She does have another significant error coming up. You know, she's shook up. Some of you might say, well, why is she testing at this test center? She's testing in an area that she will ultimately be a licensed driver in. So this is a pretty realistic examination. Even with that error that just happened, she's still doing a good job. She's using her turn signals. She should be scanning her mirrors. She's asking clarifying questions of the examiner. Driving is about things not always going as planned. Part of the driving test is your ability to keep
corner, turn left.
a cool and level head
At the corner down here, turn left.
a cool and level head amidst distractions and anxiety. So that is part of this examination. As we come up to the stop line here, make sure you stop behind the stop line. Once you've made a full stop, if you cannot see clearly, then you should cautiously proceed into the intersection, yielding to traffic, and proceed when safe.
At the stop, turn left.
Stop, turn left.
Alright, another error coming up here. Full stop behind the line. Take your time on the test. Check for pedestrians. Check for traffic.
And at the DMV entrance, turn left.
So she has a center left turn lane. And she does not get into it. That is a legitimate error on her part.
Don't be a jerk, but don't be a jerk about it. So, yeah, we can go ahead and take this next drive and turn left.
So that second honk did shake her again. She missed the turn into the DMV. This was an abbreviated test. The examiner was essentially returning her back to the DMV because he took that to be a critical error at that first intersection. I disagree with that. So now she missed the turn into the DMV and she's going to go through this business parking lot. Kind of strange. And then you turn around and actually get back to the DMV. I mentioned earlier this partnership that I've got with one of the number one best-selling driving books on Amazon. This is a resource that will give you some of that additional confidence. I wouldn't recommend that you argue with the examiner at the end of the test if you do fail. But imagine if you knew with confidence leaving this exam, okay, yeah, I failed, but the examiner was wrong. That driver was trying to turn into an illegal lane. He shouldn't have been there. He was wrong. The examiner was wrong. And you can leave at least knowing that that was something that wasn't your fault and out of your control. A big part of getting your driver's license, in addition to having the practical hands-on skills, is having the knowledge. And there are so many things that they just don't teach you in driver's ed that you need to know, and that's what I love about this book partnership that I've got. So consider taking a look at the book with the info card above and grow your knowledge and understanding of being a complete, well-rounded driver.
And then we're going to turn left in the driveway.
Bottom line, this stinks. This student is not a bad driver. She did end up passing on her very next retest. And if something like this happens to you, don't take it too hard. Things happen in driving beyond your control, and that's just how it is sometimes. So if you are one of those unfortunate students that ends up failing their test because of something totally out of your control, or frankly something that the examiner did wrong, don't take it too hard. Practice some more, reschedule, and retest.
Okay, go ahead and put your car in park and cut off your engine.